Imagine you're a horse. You spend your days galloping through the fields, munching on grass, and generally very content with life. But then one day, you meet another creature. It looks just like you, except that it has stripes. Cool. It's a zebra. Do you think to yourself, gosh, I wish I had stripes. The zebra is basically just like a horse, except so much cooler. Of course not. It's not how horses think. It's ridiculous. Well, that's weird. Why not? Why doesn't the horse think like that? I think we all understand that it's just not in the horse's nature to think, I wish I were a zebra. Okay, well, maybe you'll argue, that's just because you're talking about a zebra. But what if the horse met another horse, except that this horse had a cool mane and a nice bushy tail? Would the horse then think, oh man, I wish I was that horse. Look at that horse, he has a cooler mane and a bushier tail, nicer hair, softer. Man, no. We all understand the horse doesn't think like that either. And why not? Why doesn't the horse think like that? It sounds reasonable to me. The other horse is clearly nicer. Why doesn't the horse think if I was that guy, I would get respect from my peers? Because we all understand that's not how horses are. It's not the nature of a horse. Interestingly, it's also not the nature of anything else in this entire world. Deer don't wish that they were lions, even while they're being hunted down by lions. In fact, deer don't even wish they were essentially different from what they are. Deer don't think to themselves, you know, we are tired of being hunted down by lions. We should form some sort of a group. And maybe as a group, we could take down the lions. That's not what? Of course not. They're deer. Do you know what a deer wants to do in this world? It wants to be a deer. That's all it is. That's all it strives for. Its hopes and its dreams and its aspirations are to be as much like a deer as it possibly can. I know it sounds like I'm being silly, but really I'm not. Deers are wonderfully happy. I mean, happy, I guess, maybe is a weird concept to apply here, but let's put it a different way. They don't suffer from any negative feelings. Don't you wish that you didn't suffer from any negative feelings? They don't ever have any self-doubt. They don't ever have a low self-esteem. They don't ever wish they were different from what they are. They are what they are. They don't question it. They just live it. Everything in nature is like that. From a tree, to a mosquito, to a fish, to the smartest creatures in the world, whether they're orangutans or dolphins or whales, I'm not sure myself. Every creature is incredibly happy being what it is. And by happy in this case, I mean that it is never plagued by any sense of negativity or self-doubt. All things in this world never experience negativity or self-doubt, except for human beings. All of a sudden, you take a human being, you have this weird thing that happens where you have two people, right? And one person says, oh man, look at that guy, he's so tall. I wish I was tall like him. And the other guy says, oh man, I hate being so tall. Girls are intimidated by my height. I wish I was normal average height like that guy. And then another guy says, oh man, look at that guy. He's just so average looking. Well, probably not something to be jealous of. He's so good looking. I wish I was good looking like him. And another guy said, oh man, look at that guy. He's so strong. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? Where does this negativity come from? Not only that, don't downplay the importance of this force inside us, because actually, I think, and I would contend, that this is the source for all human creativity. Since the beginning of time, we have been building and trying to accomplish. Why? Why don't we just live like animals do, running around seriously? Just fulfilling our needs to their most basic level, living in small tribes in the woods, Why do we build things and create things and put on clothes that make us feel better and look nicer to each other? What are we doing? The clothes are to cover up our animal nature as if it's something to be embarrassed of, which it is. But why? Why are we trying to be more than animals, more than what we are? I'll tell you something interesting. The theory of evolution says that we all started off as some kind of single-celled creature. And eventually, through a series of chance, there was plants, and then there was some kind of fish-like creatures, and then eventually there was dinosaurs. And then, whatever, you'll forgive my drawings. And then eventually there was, I don't know, who knows, whales and elephants, and eventually there were humanoids, and after a while the humanoids put on clothing, and then eventually you had people. Could someone explain to me somewhere along this timeline where self-doubt developed? What happened one day as the creatures became more and more intelligent, that one day one of those creatures thought, you know what? I don't like myself. I don't like the way I look. I'm going to put on some clothes and cover it up. Are you serious? What? Why would you think that? There's never been a creature in the evolutionary chain that thought that, and that thought is not an evolutionarily developed thought. What was the impetus behind that? I don't think it's rational. And this is all about what's rational. I don't think it's rational to accept or believe that evolution could have led to the development of these feelings, feelings of self-doubt and of negativity. I just don't think it's rational. More than that, these feelings of self-doubt and negativity, the sense that we are lacking in some way, is no small matter, because it's not just that we feel a sense that we're lacking physically, even though that's what I've been focusing on, but it's a lot deeper than that. We also feel that we are lacking in our worth as higher level beings. Where does that thought come from? What do I mean by that? I'll tell you. People go through life thinking to themselves, I have to be great. I have to achieve greatness. What will my legacy be? What did I accomplish in this world? What are you talking about? Where do those thoughts come from? People think to themselves, you know what? I have to go out there and build tall buildings and put my name on them. The W Tower. Long after I'm gone, it will be. What are you doing? Who cares? People think to themselves, I have to have a family and children, so that when I leave this world, there'll be someone to carry on. Who cares? Where do these thoughts come from? People get up in the morning who are depressed and they think, I don't deserve to be alive. You don't deserve to be alive? What did the mosquito do to deserve to be alive? Do you think the mosquito wakes up in the morning and be like, oh man, I don't deserve to be alive? What are you talking about? Where are these feelings coming from? The sense that I should be something greater than I am. Why? I don't think it's rational to believe that these thoughts came to us through nature. I don't buy it. I've put a lot of thought into it, and I would love it if you had a counter argument. Seriously. Let me know. But this is called the rational path through life, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I'd like to start off by laying down the following contention. Human beings are the only creatures in this world that have ever experienced any negativity in themselves, any sense of lack, any sense of self-doubt. And this emotion has caused us to seek out ways to fulfill that void within ourselves, pushing us to all kinds of insane behavior. We achieve, and then we push ourselves to achieve more. We build empires and civilizations. We conquer countries and continents. We build families, businesses, and legacies. We sit and we write philosophy. All for what? All so that we can feel that we have achieved greatness. Also that we can feel that we have fulfilled a purpose, a destiny of a human being. But why? If we're just what we are, then why would we feel that? A rational person should ask this question. A rational person should want to know where this comes from and for what purpose it exists inside us. All things have a purpose. What is the purpose of this feeling? I think it's a good place to end.